Okay. So let's get into, I don't even know if you knew. Okay, let's talk about draft night. Well, let's talk about
leading up to the draft. How your like decision of going to the draft.
Going to the draft. Let's be realistic. I was tired of college. Not gonna lie, I was tired.
Absolutely. I think that's
And
very
I just
valid.
feel like I'm not saying like I got bigger than the program, but I kind of like just outgrew.
You had lived it. I felt very similarly. When I was in college, I had been working for 4 years at that point.
Yeah.
And so I had the opportunity to graduate early and I was ready. Like I was ready to go. I knew there was so much more for me out there. And so I was ready. So I felt you in that sense. I think the biggest thing was that everyone was like, "Oh, you're going to make more money in college. It doesn't make sense for you to go." And I knew that wasn't.
Mind.
I knew that wasn't true.
Don't listen to these people when they say that.
From the moment I started hearing that like narrative, I was like, "That's literally not true."
Don't listen to the people.
You at this point, you transcend sport, and so it doesn't matter like if you're in college. To me personally, I felt like we kind of juiced the orange. To be honest, like we did all we could do in NIL.
You don't even know how much we missed out on when I was in college.
Absolutely. But I felt like we did so much in college that it was like, enough. If you were to have come back, there were so many other girls, like younger girls that brands could sign for 4-year deals because they had so much length in college where, you had to leave that year. Like I was like, I think it honestly is going to be beneficial for her to leave because then we can start doing more long-term deals. Yeah. And so you obviously had made that decision. Basically,
don't stay in college based off the money. It ain't true.
Yeah,
but some people though. I can say if you don't,
definitely situational.
I think luckily I was like dominant in basketball. Like some like people, if they don't play and but they're off of likeness. Like in college, I do recommend you staying and like just
absolutely. I think the biggest thing is like just continuing to build your brand like outside of your sport. And the easiest way to do that, like the tool that we all have on our phone now is on social media. Use that as a platform to continue to build your brand so that you have something that you can take with you well past your playing days. And that was always my goal for you was like, how can I help her build a career for herself? And this is before, this is back in the Maryland days, like even before we knew, you were going to go on to what you did. But like, how can I help her build something to where she can be 5 years out of school and let's say she's not in the WNBA, she can still make money. Yeah. And so.
Because they said my 30 minutes was going to be over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We're still
we're still on those 30
We're still on our 30 minutes. You have
30 minutes.
You got 30 minutes? So
So when would you say, and then I'll give you my answer, when you like decided you were leaving?
November 2023. I knew I was leaving. I knew.
Yeah, I think
I knew it wasn't really. Actually.
I would even say before, to be honest, like that summer going in, like I knew you were like over it in the sense.
I don't think I was over. I'm not gonna say I don't think because the thing is, I did have some like thoughts like I should come back, but then I was like,
I mean, up until the last moment, you had thoughts.
Yeah.
Like there was literally up until like the moment we were about to put the announcement out, you were like, should I?
Yeah, stay or go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just knew.
I was ready.
Yeah, I could just tell, like, basketball aside, like from a personal level, I thought you were ready.
Yeah.
And
I was also over like not living my own life. Like
that's what it was. You couldn't leave your house in Baton Rouge.
I was like I couldn't do anything.
It's such a small town.
Yeah.
Like it's a college town, right? Yeah. And so like you literally couldn't
live my life.
I remember like coming to visit you, like we literally couldn't go to CVS. So
I know.
Like,
my mom used to get upset because we couldn't go to dinner or nothing.
Yeah. And so that's like not a way to live. Like you needed to be in a bigger city.
Student.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You needed to be in a bigger city so where you could have a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
But I think that when it was time to actually announce that you were leaving, I mean, I'll say, I think it was like the greatest announcement of all time. So
I mean,
like I think
my voiceover was like
the voiceover of the video. We did a 2-pronged approach.
We did a 2, yeah.
So the Vogue story. Shout out Jacqueline and Kirsty again.
Shout out to Jacqueline.
Shout out to Vogue.
My first. Oh no, that wasn't my first Vogue. I did.
So you had done Teen Vogue.
Teen Vogue first.
And they had really that relationship with them.
Yeah.
And you obviously shot with them. They came to Baton Rouge.
I know.
You did that whole photo shoot and we announced with them. And then 30 minutes later, we had put out our own video that we had done. Shout out Shadow Lion for helping with that.
People were crying about that. It was sad.
If I watched that video, if I put that video on right now, like I will cry. It like tear jerks me.
Yeah, it does.
It was so powerful. And yeah, I think that was like, I think a lot of people knew you were going to leave, but
I didn't think people knew.
I think people knew.
thought I was really staying because of the money. Like they knew I was going to stay for the money, and they also
and because
a lot of people
the
didn't
draft, the way you were like
drafted,
slated
and they
in the
didn't think
draft.
I was going to. I wasn't going to be successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was like 50-50, but that was awesome. I mean, that was such a cool day. Like, what an awesome day.
That was a good day.
Like,
we've had like cool days. Like
announcements are my favorite.
Announcement days, like 8 a.m.
Oh,
because the thing is, I was on 8 a.m. and you were on the 9. You were on the 9.
Nothing gets me going quite like an announcement. Like they are just, and
Those
we
are the
have
best
some
days.
amazing ones coming up. So
I'm not gonna lie,
everybody stay
the ones
tuned.
coming up.
There's so many good ones. There's so many things we can't talk about that like one are already shot.
I know.
Or
coming soon.
Yeah. We have a lot of big shoots this week. That's why I'm here in Miami.
I know.
But yeah, and now obviously you're about to start Unrivaled, which is going to be amazing.
Would you advise somebody that doesn't have likeness to like go the same route that I've done? Because a lot of people will ask like, is it okay not to, like I'll tell people I'm not with the agency. They're like, that's a great idea. I should do that. But I'm like, there's people that have agencies that aren't as successful, and I think people don't realize like, yeah, you guys have done a great part and helped me a lot, but like I be putting stuff on social media.
I'm gonna clock it right now. Like it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, whether you're at a big agency, whether you're independent, like we all have the same relationships, right?
Yeah.
It's like same brand agencies, all managing the same brands. Like we all know everybody. At the end of the day, that doesn't matter. All that matters is like the client, and I guess if you don't have an agent, like you as a person, you and your personal brand and what work you're putting in.
You have to put yourself out there.
Yeah, I'm not a magician. Like when people try to give me like my props, like I'm humbled.
You help. No,
but like it's truly not me. It's 100% you. And I'm not a magician. Like marketers are not magicians. Like we don't make deals come out of thin air. Like you have to earn that. You have to put the work in to be able to get those kinds of opportunities.
The Unapologetically Angel Show is now sponsored by PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 10 million active members. Holiday hoops are hotter than ever. Now is the best time to get in on the fun.
Think Steph Curry will get more than 4 3-pointers next week? Anthony Edwards for more than 27 points? Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this basketball season when you and your crew run your game on PrizePicks. I have always been all in on Steph and his threes. I am also all in on my guy, Jimmy Butler, scoring more than 20 points and more than 6 rebounds in each game this week. Go Heat. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. You can now win up to 1,000 times your money on PrizePicks. Make your holidays bigger and brighter with PrizePicks, the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. Have I mentioned PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When your picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. That's right, as quick as 15 minutes. PrizePicks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join now, because this holiday season, PrizePicks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code ANGEL and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code ANGEL, ANGEL on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game.